What's the point? What's the purpose of being positive? It's always helpful when you can understand why you're doing something, then you can do it with more intention. That's how I see things anyway. And with the positivity aspect of it, it's important to be positive because we're born into the negative realm, right? And negativity has its purpose. It has its place. Negative doesn't mean a bad thing. It's simply a charge, which is why the battery, for example, has a negative and a positive charge on the same device because it needs both of those charges to power a device. And so when we're born into this material realm, or an aspect of us anyway, it's the negative realm. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's the charge. So we're so used to already being negatively charged that when we're going through our rebirth, that second birth, that Christ consciousness, it's going to take us being intentional about how we see scenarios that we birth to see them in a positive light, aka the positive charge, the male charge. And when we can then be intentional about seeing things in a positive light, we're going through that rebirth. We're starting to go through the canal, if you say, which is going back to Christ consciousness, returning there. And so it's important to see things in that manner because that's what we're doing. We're literally birthing ourselves. So one passage, I love sharing the passages each week with you that has served me getting through the week, getting through the day, getting through the moment, because all there is now. I am the vine and you are the branches. So if we're going through Christ consciousness, and this book, I'm going to say, okay, the Bible, right? I know I'm not going into who wrote it and the many different versions there are. I'm keeping it simple. And I'm just using this because it has a positive message that serves. And I really don't care where I get a positive message from. If it's going to serve me, I'm going to use it. And so I'm the vine, you are the branches. Serve me because you can take that and really soak it in for yourself. And when you say that, you're saying it because this is you speaking. I am the vine. And everything in this outer experience is the branch. And so you can take a look. We can always learn so much from animals and from nature. Look at a tree, and it's that one singular stem that gives birth to all of these different branches. And a branch could wither and die, right? But some are healthy, most of them are healthy. As long as that stem is healthy and alive, everything else is thriving. And so I'm the vine, you are the branches, you are that singular stem. You are the vine running through. And so that's why the focus is to be nurturing the inner part, that inner world, because you is what's keeping everything healthy and bearing fruit. Because without you, nothing is going to bear fruit. And so you dictate so much in your realm, recognizing more and more who we are and the part that we play in all of this. And just like a branch, we're going to take it. I love using the example as a bill, right? So a bill comes in. Well, that's a branch that's starting to give birth from you, from the vine. And so now that we can look at this from a different light and see this bill come in and say, oh, I'm giving birth to a branch. Well, we want a healthy branch. We want a beautiful branch that's going to birth and bear all of this fruit. So if we are used to looking at that bill that's coming in, because it was birthed from us, that bill that came in, if we're normally looking at it and putting a certain energy on it, we can change it because we are beings, being in this moment, this very moment. We have the power, the ability to make a decision on what energy we want to give anything. We give it life, and we choose what life to give it. So we can look at that and say, man, I'm so grateful that I have the funds to pay this. So throughout today, just me, the big focus has really, really, really been on knowing that now literally is the only moment that there is, focusing on that, being present, releasing thought, guys, because all of these elements, emotions, and all of them are so beautiful. But we are also here to return to the essence of who we are. These are all tools. Thinking's a tool, the emotions are all tools. Practice for moments throughout your day of just letting everything just be and just be present. And it might be just a flicker of a moment, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And you'll find over time it expands beyond a mere moment that you sit in that silence where it's like no thought. You're like, ooh, ooh. It's really cool. It's like surfboarding. So I'm the vine is a nice mantra in your moments as you go about your day that you can say. And in that, it's allowing you to be so much more aware of all of the things that you're giving birth to and intentionally meet them with positivity. Yeah. So always on here to shed some new light, some new perspective in the effort and desire and hopes that it serves you on your journey as well. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys on the next video when something comes my way. Until then, take care and be blessed.